Oh man, this gonna be hard to talk about this, man. Man. LDWMMAC. This is your boy Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show live. Well, folks, this is the matchup that I've been waiting on. Amanda Ribas versus Randa Markos. I'm gonna try to really keep it together to talk about this fight. I'm gonna do it. You know, the odds were always stacked against Randa Markos. She's always been that type of fighter where she's always been the underdog in a fight. And a lot of those times she's been able to come out on top, and sometimes it didn't go the way she planned. But nobody can really question the heart of Randa Markos. You can't question it. Randa's tough as hell. And, you know, she was in there with a bigger, a faster, and stronger opponent. Amanda Ribas is a beast. And I thought to myself, man, this is a tough matchup for Randa. It's tough. You know, can she get through this? And, you know, sometimes your mind is a powerful thing. The mind is a powerful thing. And sometimes I've seen people's minds do what their bodies just can't do. Guys, I've seen it happen. And in the case of Randa Markos, you know, she was confident. I talked to her in our last interview, and she said, you know what, Coach, I've been bugging the matchmakers about another fight. I've been bugging them about another fight. And when she was telling me that, I was thinking to myself, you know, I wonder if her body is completely 100% healed. I wondered because, you know, Randa had been dealing with several injuries. And, you know, I said to myself, is she 100%? You know, is she 100%? So Paige Van Zandt is out. Randa Markos is in. And Randa really had every reason not to take this fight. She had every reason not to take this fight. Like, she could have said no. And I don't think maybe if she would have said no, maybe her status in the UFC maybe would have changed. I don't know. Because she told me that she's been a victim of that before. But, you know, I think in this case, I think Randa would have been okay. This is just a fight that, you know, I really wanted. You know, Randa, even maybe I wanted her to prepare a little bit longer for this particular fight. The reason being because I thought Randa actually had tools to win this fight. But I don't know if Randa actually thought that she can use the tools that she had to win this fight. And I'll explain. In round one, you know, Randa Markos, she was extremely content with standing with Amanda Ribas. Most people, they don't want to stand with her. But Randa, you know, Randa don't give two F's, okay? Randa don't give two F's at all. She'll stand in there, she'll bang. And this was a fight that I didn't want Randa to bang. This was a fight that I wanted Randa to use her jab. And I wanted her to use that jab to set Amanda Ribas up for a much-needed single leg takedown. And it was there. I don't know if Randa saw something, okay? Because, see, we're not in the octagon. We're not there. We're not there in the octagon with them. So I don't know what Randa Markos could have saw. Okay, I don't know. But maybe she saw something. Okay, she saw something that probably stuck out to her like, no, I can't do the single leg right now. I can't do it. And I respect that. But me watching the fight, okay, from where I was watching it, it appeared to me that the single leg was wide open. And I was wanting Randa to pump the jab a couple of times, freeze Amanda Ribas, and then go. Just shoot. Commit to that single leg and just do it. It didn't happen. She stood, and Randa Markos, she threw a kick and she slipped. And in round one, I actually thought that she was doing well. I thought that she was doing well enough. Okay, well, maybe she want to keep the fight standing. Maybe she's thinking of doing something. Maybe she's trying to give Ribas something to think about. Okay, then get the takedown. I started thinking. I started having all these thoughts in my head. And then Randa Markos went for a kick and she slipped and fell. And that was a domino effect. It was a domino effect. Randa ended up on her back and Amanda Ribas ended up on top. And, you know, Amanda Ribas was actually doing some nice ground and pound. Randa Markos was able to slip out of the back door. She got back to her feet. And then, you know, while they were in a clinch, Amanda Ribas hit Randa Markos with a nasty elbow. Randa got out of that, and that was the end of round one. I felt like Amanda Ribas, from that point when Randa slipped, she dominated round one. Round two was a very brutal round. It was brutal. it was, I don't know, Randa was trying to stand, and I thought that this time was going to be it where Randa would attempt to shoot for that single leg, because I said it's open, it's wide open, because Amanda Ribas, she was standing very tall. She was standing extremely tall, and I said, this girl is ready to be taken to her ass. Randa didn't do it. She opted to stand. She opted to stand with her, and Ribas was winning the battle on the feet. She was winning it. Randa Markos showed a very good display of submission defense. At points in this fight, Amanda Ribas, she tried to get an Americana lock on Randa Markos, and didn't work. Randa got out of there. Okay, then she was trying to choke Randa, or she was going to transition. Randa got out of that, got back to her feet, and I was impressed. I was very, very, very impressed by, Randa being able to get out of these submissions. Round three, it happened. Randa Markos went for the takedown, and guess what? She got it. She got the takedown. And I said, I wonder why Randa wouldn't do this in the first round, because had she have done this, we would have been having a much different conversation about this fight. But I thought Randa Markos did some very, very good work on the ground. But then Amanda Ribas, man, she showed her true skill. Amanda Ribas was able to reverse the position. She reversed the position. She got back on top. And she was doing some nasty ground and pound. Nasty ground and pound. She had Randa leaking. And I'm just like, man. I started thinking, okay, is Randa going to be able to survive? Is she going to be able to make it out of this? But, Randa, she's very tricky. She's very tricky, and Randa knows how to lessen the impact of the blows so she's not taking the most damage. And, Randa, she was fighting. She was trying to get back up to her feet, but it just didn't happen. It just didn't happen. Amanda Ribas was just too strong. She was too fast, and she was too big. Randa Markos, she didn't have the strength and the speed to deal with this girl. She didn't have it. And, hopefully, Randa pick herself back up, man. She's not too down on herself. It's just the odds were so, and, to me, this fight to me was a quick turnaround, And MMA, it's hard on the body, y'all. Mixed martial arts really is hard on the body. I know we come in here, and I know we pick at fighters, and we have our fun. But to put the fun aside, MMA, boxing, all these combat sports, man, it's wear and tear. And I'm not even willing. I don't even believe Randa was 100%. I'm willing to bet she wasn't 100%. I mean, because how many times can one woman fight in one calendar year? How many times? I mean, Randa Markos done been in the octagon a whole lot of damn times. And Randa told me this is what she wanted. She told me this. Just because you want it, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was physically right. But maybe they're going to mandatory make Randa take rest. And when I say rest, away from sparring, taking punches, even some rolling and wrestling is good. But the punches, the wear and tear. Because I really want to see Randa in a full fight camp. I want to see her. Because in a full fight camp, Randa Markos does a lot of damage. But guys, I got to give a shout out to Amanda Ribas. I mean, she's young, she's hungry, she's talented. And she's here, man. She's making a name for herself. I mean, she took Randa out. I wonder who they're going to give her next, because she was in the top 15. I'm pretty sure that ranking is going to go up. You guys tell me what you think. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe to the best women's MMA platform on YouTube.